My name is Ramyaa Gobi. I graduated class of 2019. In 2021, I graduated from Trobe University with a degree in molecular biology and applied chemistry. I'm currently a part of the JET program, and I'm working as an English teacher in Japan. I did 1 year, and I'm going to do another year now. I would have to say clash of colors. Every year that I've been in Raffles, I was a team captain. I really enjoyed the mix of physical activities, like the mental games and things like that. A lot of the teachers in Raffles have made an impact on me. In fact, when I gave a speech at my graduation, I dedicated it to our teachers. But one teacher whose lessons and stuff have stuck with me is Mr. Ben Dixon. He was my 9th grade algebra teacher, but he was also the high school counselor. His lessons and the kind of conversations we have, I think, really shaped me as a young adult because I was kind of all over the place. And I'm still in touch with him, even though it's been many years. Before I came to Raffles, I was always viewed as the problem child, and I didn't really enjoy school or any subjects. But then I came to Raffles, and I remember in 9th grade, I had integrated science. Mr. Owen was my teacher, and I just remembered thinking wow, science is really fun. I think in 11th grade, I took AP chemistry, and it was just me and Mr. Owen in that class. And I went on to get a degree in chemistry. So definitely the teachers, as well as the way the lessons were delivered, really impacted what I wanted to do in university. In the 10th grade, I had a teacher go off on me because I was in a relatively easy class, but I was doing really poorly in it. And he was like, "You're just so smart, but then you waste all of your time procrastinating. And if you just take that step to do something, you will really accomplish everything you want to accomplish." That really stuck with me because that teacher has actually never, it was Mr. Nobles, and he's actually never been angry or something. So the fact that he told me off, it really made me think. And to this day, if I don't want to do a task, I just tell myself, do it for 5 minutes. And if you don't like it, quit it. And I usually end up doing everything, and I very rarely procrastinate these days. I was 15 and it still stuck with me at 23. I took a lot of AP classes, and one of the key features of AP is that you have to do a lot of self-studying. But I think the sort of self-study and independence that Raffles nurtured really helped with my university because I didn't have that struggle. I started my degree right before COVID, so I had to do a lot of online classes and self-studies. So I'm really glad that I took all of the APs because it really prepared me for the self-study that I had to do in university. I was involved in a lot of extracurriculars. So I did varsity swimming, I did track and field, high school band, World Scholars for 2 years, and I was also part of the student council. And I remember there were days that I would come to school at 6 in the morning to run till 7:30, and then I would swim from 3:30 to 5:30, and that would be a typical day. It stuck with me because to this day, I don't sacrifice all of my time just to studying. Having those different CCAs really helped me realize that all study, no play was not good, and it really leads to burnout. So I'm glad I had the opportunity to try so many different things. The education in Raffles was tailored to our individual needs. So for instance, when you have math, you can solve an equation multiple different ways. Some ways work better for some people and others work for other people. And I think it really taught me to really think about what I need and how I learn, especially as someone who wants to go into academia. I'm also an English teacher at the moment, so I implement that in my classrooms, and I tell my kids, if you're not able to learn it this way, try learning it another way. I think I give a lot of importance to the individual needs of my kids in school. I've been through quite a few schools, and I think my favorite thing about Raffles is that we were able to pick our own classes. I've been to many British schools, and you either do the science classes or the arts classes. And the fact that we were able to pick our own classes really made a difference to me because I took mostly science and math, but I was also able to take English classes, and I love to read, and I was able to take art. That really helped with my different interests. So I think that really sets Raffles apart. Maybe this is a bit counterintuitive, but I would say don't put all of your self-worth on your exams. I think I spent a lot of my time in high school fretting about the test or my AP exams, and it took up a lot of my life. It caused me a lot of stress. I would say try your best, but if your best isn't enough, it's not the end of the world, because I got a 2 on my AP chemistry exam and I was so gutted because I studied so hard for it. And I'm going on to get a master's in chemistry next year. So, at the end of the day, it wasn't the end of the world.